It could mean life or certain death, whether you react or respond to people. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo of brianjpombo.com, coming to you again with a little business tip and a little conversation. And today we're going to be talking about something that goes far beyond the walls of business. This can help anybody if you can actually sit back and realize the difference between responding emotionally, reacting emotionally to the things that happen to you, or responding with calmness. This is a really, really big deal. I know it gets talked about here and there, but for me, it's been one of the biggest changes in my life is learning how to not react. And specifically, we tend to notice overreacting. But if you're responding emotionally to people, if you're reacting emotionally, I got to use the right words here so I don't confuse you. I'm going to use the term react to mean emotional reaction, and the word respond to mean non-emotional. So you're responding in a calm sense. If something happens to you, whether it be a situation or whether it be a person, oftentimes it's people, but it could be anything. I mean, things just happen. Things just happen in life. Bad weather happens. Everything happens to us. And it's really easy if we've already built up the ongoing processes through our life to react emotionally, to just feel bad or good about something just automatically off the bat and make that something that really matters to us. And when you do that, the one thing I found, regardless of whether you think you're being positive or negative, if you're reacting emotionally, you're always going to make the wrong decision in the short run. And it's not until you calm down and actually respond in the right way that the right thing occurs in your life. I'm going to give you an example of this, just a quick story of a friend of mine. I'm not going to even tell you his name because the situation, he had an ongoing issue where he would react to people, places, things, anything that went wrong, he'd react, and it was usually with anger. It's usually just automatically, if you're talking flight or flight response, this person always responded with fight. Just every chance, if anyone was doing anything against them, it's a fight. It's something's going to happen. Any misunderstanding usually ended up with him wanting to fight somebody. I actually worked with this gentleman years ago, and well, one time he was out at a bar, I think a bar or a restaurant, and he was out, and we've always told him, we said, hey, you've got to calm down. You've got to notice that this isn't going to take you anywhere good. It obviously affected his health. It obviously affected a lot of things in his life. And he knew he shouldn't be that way, but he had a tough time not reacting to things. Well, sure enough, he got in a fight with somebody one night at the bar, and I don't think it was even physical. There were just some words exchanged here and there. He got very upset, left, drove home. On his way home, pulled over on the side of the road and died. He had a heart attack. He had a stroke, something of that sort. His body just ended. When you hold in all of that stuff, when you take it on and it becomes a part of you, when you think that your emotions are you, it automatically will destroy you eventually. It will end up killing you in some way. It'll either lead you to make a stupid decision, when you always make a stupid decision when you're acting emotionally, or it will literally kill you from inside out. So keep an eye on these things. Find ways. I've found ways of how to not respond emotionally to people, places, and things that happen. Whenever you feel it come up, just pull back, pay attention to it. Don't react. Take your time, respond in the good timing, and your whole life will change just on that one basis, not to mention just your business. And I would also like to take a chance to talk about Memorial Day today. That's if you're watching live, if you're watching during the same day that we've videotaped this, it's Memorial Day, and then what can you say that everyone else hasn't already said? And this is in the United States. If those of you who are watching outside of the country, we have a Memorial Day every year where we respect those that died in the service to their country, usually in war. It was started during Armistice Day, the final day following the Great War, World War I, and from that point forward, it tends to have to do with all wars and all people that have died fighting for the country. And so obviously this could be extended to you in your situation. But our Memorial Day, one thing that hit me while I was thinking about it today was the scene in Saving Private Ryan. And I know it's cliche to bring up Saving Private Ryan on Memorial Day because that's what the whole movie's about. But I think the one scene that always gets me is that final scene with Tom Hanks where he's sitting there dying and he's talking to the Ryan character played by Matt Damon, and he's trying to talk to him and he can't hear him. He says, you got to come up closer. And he gets him up close and he says, earn this, earn it. And then he dies. And he's not just talking about him, he's talking about there was a whole team of people sent to save his life. And he's like, you got to earn this. You got to do something about that. Well, my whole life right now is in that direction, is in wanting to make a difference and earn the difference and actually earn, not just, pay tribute to those once a year on Memorial Day, but to actually earn what they've done for us. And for America, it comes down to freedom. We have a certain amount of freedom allowed to us, and it's paid for by the blood of the people that went to war multiple times in order to fight for that. And whether you agreed with war or disagreed with war, that really doesn't matter. What really matters is that to be self-reliant, I think, is one of the greatest things that we could do for each other. And to help other people to become more self-reliant, financially, mentally, physically self-reliant on all levels. And that's why I'm helping business owners that are helping others to become more self-reliant. So if you're a business owner or you're an executive in the self-reliance space, I'd like to talk with you. I'd like to find out more about you and what you're doing and see if I can help you to actually take your business from where it is to actually make it your dream business, both in the amount of time you put into it, the amount of energy you put into it, the type of things you're doing in your business. Go to dreambizchat.com. At dreambizchat.com, you can fill out an application and we can have a chance to actually talk for free. I normally charge money to do this, but if you're in that space, if you're in the self-reliance space, I'd like to talk with you. So hopefully this has meant something to you. Maybe if nothing else, to see that we think the same way. And next time, we're actually going to be talking about Amazon proofing your business. If you have any form of business online, chances are you're either competing with Amazon or having to deal with Amazon in some way. Even if you aren't, I'm sure you have competitors. I'm going to be talking about the steps you need to take, and this will be a series of videos that I'm going to be putting out, the steps you need to take to Amazon proof or to any proof to make yourself completely resistant to any form of competition whatsoever. We're going to be talking about that next time. You have a great night.